Well, hey. So funny. I think I'm the only person that wakes up at, I say, like 7 o'clock and is still running late. But it is what it is. So there's always time to light that candle, to connect to Mother Earth, to clear your thoughts, and to truly practice breathing and using your imagination. These are the baby steps of learning to meditate through breath, through controlling your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And it's a practice. And it takes your faith, your belief, everything. When you mix it together, you create a plan of action. You create a way. We are all working on connecting back to that natural rhythm. We've chosen to sit and work with the moon phases, listening to Grandmother Moon and moving with her. We are currently sitting in the last quarter, third quarter, whatever. There's so many different ways to say it. Last few days of forgiveness, of adjusting, before we move into the waning moon, into the solstice. Right now, we are moving from into the constellation Aries, sitting firmly in Aries. Aries gives us that bold, aggressive energy. Mars balances out with that sense of taking action. This resides in our head, in our mind. Not to overthink, not to misunderstand, or have that inability of not being able to have fun. This is all in that time, and you get to decide. Work with me. Start breathing. Start inhaling the blessings, the medicine, and magic in the air. And simply exhale to make room. When you do this, you work on your imagination and you start to truly practice seeing through the veil and realizing that you are the answer. You are the key. You are the lock. You are what they're fighting for. It's a long, complicated way, but know that when you sit in practice and you finally make it a practice, you are truly setting yourself free. Your ability to defend, to guard, to protect, to learn, all gets enhanced. We start to decode the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities, the animals. We then start to hear the ancestors once again, to connect to the true source, that eternal flame that lives inside of you. You are the spark that creates the movement. Sit in breath and start using that imagination. Start inhaling the blessings, the medicine, and magic that's in the air. And simply exhale to make room. Next, let's do a body scan. For those of you that are new, a body scan is simply where we imagine a hoop that is connected to our breath. Inhale, let that hoop go high as you can imagine. Exhale, let that hoop sink down. Gently. Relax in your forehead. Closing your eyes. Relax in your jaw. Releasing your tongue, your neck, your throat, your shoulders. Inhale, let it go all the way back up, as high as you can imagine. Exhale, let it sink down gently. Once again, maybe just a bit faster. This time, let it create a bubble in its wake. That bubble, transportation. That hoop, that's your relaxation. Clear out all the other thoughts. Breathe. Sink deeper into the void. Using that bubble. If you've reached the end, do it again. Repeat the process. Inhale, let that hoop go up. Exhale, let that hoop sink down. Doesn't matter how you breathe, just breathe. The more you sink into the darkness, the more you slip into one thought, one mind, one spirit, deeper into the darkness of the creation, the great mystery. You are that eternal flame, so there should be no fear of the dark. When you've reached the end, tie off your balloon. Tie off your bubble. Create a balloon. Tie off your hoop. Create a cord. Like a long rope. Ribbon. A root. A vine. Imagine connecting it back to Mother Earth. Feel her connecting. She is part of that healing power, that powerful healing power. Your mind will remember that connection with your mother. Bring back the necessary nurturing energy. It never went away. It's here. Believe that you were purposely misguided, purposely not taught how to live with nature. That's okay. Where there is a will, there is a way. You are the way. As we walk the red road to the sacred mountains, to that unobstructed view of the top, using our imagination, the direction that we sit, that we start, painted faces, self-expression. Look in the mirror and who do you see? Does that reflection see your true self? Do you see you? Who do you see? When you look in the mirror and you see your face, are you still hiding? Or are you able to see that new growth, that fierce spirit, that bold energy? Forgive yourself, adjust, so that self-expression will mirror what you see inside and what you feel inside. The sign, the symbol, and the synchronicity that we get today, sacrifice. Sacrifice that old self, that old habit. When you forgive yourself and you adjust, that past is not nothing. You are able to sacrifice it and make room the same way we do with breath. We inhale what we need, the oxygen, the chi, the blessings, the medicine and magic, and we exhale to make room. We sacrifice that time, that space, to encourage that self-expression, that forgiveness, to be bold and courageous and not look back. The animal that steps before us to help lead us, guide us, telling us to dive deeper, deeper into that mind, deeper into the oceans of opportunity. Use your imagination. Know that the calm on the surface doesn't quite look the same underneath. Sacrifice. Sacrifice and be that calm in the chaos. Listen to the ancestors that came before us, reminding us that we are able to radiate love, embody it, express it. Not just at work, but at home, on the street. Always diving deeper into the situation. Not overthinking it, but having that action to be bold, to sacrifice what no longer serves us so that we are able to see that new face in the mirror. Know that you are on a soul coaching towards freedom, towards self-expression, towards no longer fearing, but engaging with curiosity. You are healing. We are all healing that innocent. We are all on that soul retrieval, collecting pieces that we hid away, doing them one step at a time, one phase at a time, listening to our intuition that is telling us to release that old pattern. Sacrifice it. Sacrifice it, release it, forgive yourself, and adjust. Know that you are part of a tribe, part of a sisterhood, a brotherhood. We are the seers of nature, of grounding, of authenticity and abundance. We are that beautiful feminine energy that comes towards us for the solstice, honoring the feminine. In the winter, we honor the masculine. But in the summer is about beauty, about growth, about connecting back into one's past, releasing those old patterns, those old habits, collecting those pieces, those soul pieces. This is our journey for our soul retrieval, freeing ourselves of the old, of the no longer serve, and releasing it. Doing it with radiant love, compassion, diving deeper into our mind and sacrificing what no longer serves us so that we may have that self-expression. This is the phase of the moon where we forgive and adjust, where we use the power of the constellation Aries, that bold, aggressive energy. We use the power of the planet Mars to take action, where we go deeper into our mind and work very hard not to overthink. So let's help the process. We know that we have an arsenal of tools at our disposal. Let's go deeper. No need to move. Use your imagination. Let Mother Nature pick us up. Pick us up, carry us to that next dimension. Tranquility. Use your ears. Here we are, once again by our fire pit, on a wooden deck, watching the water from the recent rains fill up the creeks and the rivers, covering up what no longer serves and creating a new way, a new self-expression, sacrificing part of ourselves like we sacrifice part of the land. But we are left with radiant love, beauty that surrounds us, the warmth of freedom, the freedom to do those soul retrievals, to release those old patterns, to continue to ground and sit in that authenticity, in that frequency of abundance. So let's take this time and do a session of EFT. EFT is emotional freedom technique. This is where we allow our body to decide what our mind may be overwhelmed in doing. So do this with me. Find that area on your hand where you would do a karate chop. Right in here. Tap. This is how we wake up that emotional body. Tap. Switch sides and tap. Next, find that area on your face, that eyebrow area, right in between. Tap and repeat this phrase. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap the side of your eye. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap under your eye. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap under your nose. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap your chin. Boundless freedom surges through me. Slide down your throat to the beginning of your collarbone. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap under your arm and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap the top of your head and let this message sink in. We all are programmed. This meditation was designed for you to take those baby steps of meditation to help you reprogram using the tools that are around us. Allow this message of boundless freedom to truly surge through you. Our ancestors prayed for us to give us the time to discover our magic once again, to sit in that 7th chakra, the energy of the crown chakra. We're in the 7th phase of the moon. We are in the crown chakra. Knowing our higher self, being that radiant love of peace and forgiveness. Knowing that we are one with our Creator, connected to everything. We are the spark that creates the movement, that lights this world. Open yourself up and allow the universe to flow through you, to have that boundless freedom. Receive that guidance and the inspiration. This is the direction that we sit. Allow your thoughts to be fiercely positive. I love that. Let this message sink in. Know that you are a true blessing in the world. It goes without saying, but I'll let you know. You are a blessing. Every time you connect here, you allow another layer of sacrifice to come off, of old patterns to be released. Slowly setting yourself free and allowing that radiant love to shine. Do yourself a favor. Dive deeper into yourself. Forgive yourself and adjust. Adjust your thoughts. Adjust your words. Why? Because you are a blessing. So if you're ready, let's make our way back. No need to move. Use your imagination. Use that powerful tool of thought, of creativity, and move through sound. Good job. You are connecting back to something greater. Something with more power, more focus, more courage. Use your magic. Use the blessings, the medicine and magic that's in the air. Discover and share. Dive deeper. Forgive yourself and adjust. Because you are a blessing in the world. So thank you once again for being here. Thank you for liking, for listening, and most of all, for sharing your medicine, sharing your message. Please continue to connect, to comment, and to strengthen our tribe. Together, we will change the frequency. We will be the cycle breakers. So if you're ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And open your eyes. Open your eyes to all of your magic. You are a blessing in the world. So I offer blessings to you, to me, and to all that listen.